Joe Burrow is going to miss at least the next 3 months following surgery on his turf toe. Let's talk about it. I'm Rob Stats Guerrero from the Pro Football Insiders. Devastating news for everyone in Cincinnati. Word came down from Adam Schefter and others that Joe Burrow has a severe case of turf toe and he is going to miss the next 3 months at least. He could be out for the rest of the season. Obviously, this is horrible news for Cincinnati. They did win the game yesterday against the Jaguars, so that is good. Congratulations, Jake Browning. But look, since he was gearing up to try and make a run at this thing this year, right? They paid Jamar Chase. They paid T. Higgins. They kept Trey Hendrickson around for another year when they couldn't agree to a long-term contract because they were trying to make a run at this thing. And look, why wouldn't they think that? They have Joe Burrow. He led the NFL in yards and touchdowns last year. When you've got a quarterback that good, you have a shot at anything. So I completely understand what Cincinnati was thinking. And now all those plans are in complete disarray because you're not going to have Joe Burrow till December at the earliest. At the earliest. And also, aside from whatever happens this season, there's another part of this to consider. And that is the Joe Burrow injury situation. He got hurt in 2020 with a devastating knee injury. He got hurt in 2023 with a wrist injury. He started that year with a calf injury, a non-contact calf injury. He has had multiple serious injuries throughout his career. Not ideal for your prized franchise quarterback, right? And I know that a lot of people point to the offensive line, and clearly it could be better. I think we all know that. Adam Schefter had a tweet about it. The pass protection ranks since drafting Joe Burrow. The pass block win rate, 29th when Burrow was a rookie, 30th, 27th, dead last in 2024, and 28th so far this year. He has not played behind an offensive line that didn't rank in the bottom quartile. Clearly, Cincinnati could have done more to protect Joe Burrow. Not every quarterback injury comes, as a consequence of the offensive line. I think that's an easy out sometimes, but there's no question the offensive line could have been better for Burrow. They could have saved some hits, right? They didn't have to subject him to the kind of punishment that he has undergone since coming into the league. And hits add up, contact adds up, injuries and surgeries all add up. So let's take the best case scenario and say Joe Burrow can come back in December. That's great. Good. Can Cincinnati tread water until then? I don't know. Their schedule is incredibly difficult. They're in Minnesota next week. Then they're in Denver the week after that. They play the Lions. Then they have to go to Green Bay. Steelers. They got a couple easier games with the Jets and Bears. Obviously, Steelers again because of the division. Patriots game is not going to be easy. Then they play in Baltimore in late November, in Buffalo the week after that on December 7th. And then maybe 3 months from today or 3 months from yesterday is a home game against the Ravens. That maybe could be the earliest Joe Burrow would come back. Then they finish up with the Dolphins, Cardinals, and Browns. That is a tall order for Jake Browning or any backup quarterback. So it is dicey. What Cincinnati does from this point forward, I think, is the bigger question. Does the organizational philosophy shift? Do they change their thinking? Do they go out of their way to say that this guy, as Dan Orlovsky said on ESPN this morning, is on the Andrew Luck track, right? Incredibly talented quarterback that just cannot take the physical pounding year after year after year. Does Cincinnati finally wake up and snap out of this thing and say, we have to make an effort? It's not just about surrounding Joe Burrow with weapons, which they have done a great job of. It's about surrounding Joe Burrow with protection, and they haven't done a great job of that. Will they change it? I don't know. Let's be honest, the Cincinnati Bengals organization for most of its existence has been largely unserious. Will it change? If this doesn't change it, it probably never will. And that is a very scary fact for Cincinnati Bengals fans.